What's going on, guys? Charles Weinraub, AKA the Handsome Homebuyer, AKA Captain Permit. And today, shout out to my man, George Asmar. Hit me up in the text platform. If you're not a member, hit it. It's free. A lot of collaboration going on there. Any questions you want to ask regarding development, fix and flip, raising money. Speaking of raising money, that's what we're talking about today. Inspired by my man George, we're going to talk about how to raise private money. Like I always say, money is the easiest part of this. A lot of people come to me and they're like, Charles, listen, if I just had the money, if I had the ability to get the money, I'd be doing what you're doing. I'd be doing 5, 10, 20, 30, 100 houses a year. Really, that's not the case. Money is the easiest part of this. Once you learn and understand exactly how to do deals, you'll have people literally chasing you, emailing you, texting you, calling you, wanting to give you money. So it's important to spend the time to get educated, to understand exactly how the process works so you can safely generate money for yourself and other people, and funding will never, ever, ever be an issue. With that said, there's a lot of investors out there that go to straight institutional private money letters because it's easier. You make one phone call, they have unlimited amounts of capital, but there's a lot of restrictions there. In some cases, the interest rate is a little bit lower. In most cases, the interest rate is higher, but the delays on time are big and they absolutely can fee you to death. So for me, I raise private money from regular people on the street, kids I went to high school with, all the way up to people that own hedge funds and everything in between. If I get a call today that I have to close a deal tomorrow, I send a quick email, the money's wired into my account and we're ready to go. If you're working with an institutional private money lender, it could be weeks, if not months, before you go through the process because it's very, very similar to getting a traditional loan. Appraisals have to happen, inspections have to happen. There's lawyers that represent them that have to put all kinds of complicated, if not thick docs together. So it's a cumbersome process. If you're able to raise money from private people, it's a lot easier, it's a lot quicker, and oftentimes it's a lot less inexpensive. It's a lot less expensive. So let's go through the process of exactly how to raise private money specifically for real estate deals, but this can be used for anything and everything you are trying to fund in the business world. So who can be a lender? That's the first question. Anybody can be a lender, literally. Like I said, I had kids hit me up who I played PAL soccer with when I was 6 years old, and then I have big institutional people, I have other investors. Essentially anybody with money that is looking to lend and believes in you and is looking to lend against real estate because they feel comfortable can be a lender. It could be the person you went to high school with, it could be the guy sitting next to you on the train, it could be literally anybody. But how do you make them feel comfortable? What's the process in order to do that? So how do you find these lenders? Marketing to get lenders is the same way you market for anything. Once you understand the process of doing business, you can just repeat that over and over and over, regardless of what you're trying to achieve or what business you are in. So here's just 3 basic ones, and there's a lot more, and I've done all of these and then some. The first one is social media. Social media is the most valuable, underutilized tool of our generation of today. Essentially what I would do is I would go across all the different platforms and I would tell people that I'm looking to raise money to do different projects, but more importantly, I would be constantly documenting my journey and the projects that I'm doing. People get excited about this because let's face it, doing real estate deals is sexy. People like it, they're into it. The shows are big, they like the fact that it's tangible, that if they're lending on a deal that's in the area, they're familiar with the area, they can drive by, they can see the house, and most importantly, they feel a part of that experience. I actually have another video that you guys should check out in regards to how to turn lending, borrowing, and lending into an experience for your investors so they feel like they're part of the process. So you use social media. Bro, we're shooting a video. So social media, right? Word of mouth and network. Reach out to everybody. When I meet people, every person I meet, I talk to them. I say, hey, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing, here are my dreams, this is what I want to achieve in my life. And then I ask them, hey, what are your dreams? What are you into? What are your hobbies? How can I help you achieve what you're looking to achieve in life? And then I use my network and connect them with people to try to help them achieve their goals. If you do that for people, you'd be shocked what people will do for you. So if you put that out into your network and you talk to people about what you're looking to do, you'd be surprised how many people are ready and raring to go to invest in projects like this. Dog and pony shows. This is an old school term from raising money in the stock days, Wall Street days, which is I would get together a group of people. Like I would, let's say, get together with 25 people and I would rent out a steakhouse for lunch and it's like $20 or $25 per head and you pay for lunch and everybody comes together. You can even use different organizations to organize these groups of people. I would work with a networking group and I would pay her a fee and she would bring these people together, and I would stand up there and I would pitch what I'm doing and hand out booklets to everybody and let them know, how the process works, and I would bring in people that way. The point is, get creative. There's a million different ways that you can market yourself to bring in lenders, but at the end of the day, literally anybody can be a lender. Now, what do you present to these people to have them know, like, trust, and understand what you're looking to do, okay? So what you're gonna build is you're gonna build something called a private lender package, okay? And a private lender package should include these things, but it could also include more. It really depends on you, okay? It's not a 30-page booklet. It's something simple that's, let's say, 10 pages or less, that have people understand that you are organized, educated, and know what you are doing, all right? So first things first, bio. One page, not too crazy, about who you are, what you want to do, what you want to achieve, and what you have achieved in the past. Case studies. Show 2, 3, anywhere from, let's say, 2 to 4 case studies of houses that you've done, if you've done houses, and the exact numbers. Yes, when I say the exact numbers, I mean all of the exact numbers. Every dollar you spent, every dollar you made. And people are like, Charles, I don't want to show this person how much money I made. Then they're going to ask for more money. It doesn't work like that. Real professional investors are just interested in their yield and what they're getting. They don't care what you're making. As a matter of fact, they're happy if you make money, because the more money you make, the more protected their investment is, okay? So you put the case studies together. Sample contracts. If you're using promissory notes, if you're using notes and mortgages, whatever it is, put samples of that in there so they see that you're working with somebody, you have somebody on your team that's an attorney, that's competent, that knows what they're doing, and they can quickly and easily show it to a representative or their attorney to make sure and verify that it's a good, solid contract, okay? Testimonials from people that that currently lend to you. Now, let's say you don't have case studies or you don't have testimonials from people who have already lent you money. I would put down 3 scenarios saying, listen, these are 3 houses that I analyzed. I didn't buy them because I haven't purchased a house yet. This is gonna be my first one, but this is how it played out versus my initial analysis, and follow along. This way they can see that you understand the process. As far as testimonials go, these testimonials can be people who just know you in life. These people are testifying as to your character, your level of education, and just who you are as a person in general, okay? One big thing that I didn't put here that you really wanna put on here is you want to highlight your team, okay? Real estate or business in general is a team sport. Nobody does this by themselves, right? There are projects that I get into where I only know 15% of what needs to be done during that project. Example, I cannot hammer a nail. Everybody knows this who's followed me for any amount of time. But I have a comprehensive team of people behind me. So it's not just me, it's this team, it's this force of people that are able to essentially achieve anything and everything in the real estate space. List these people, highlight them, very quick, 2 or 3 sentence bio on who they are and what they've done. This will get investors comfortable, especially in the early stages, that you have a group of people that are able to take on whatever it is that they're going to be funding, okay? And the final question in regards to this is, how much should I pay? Now listen, that is really up to you. All I can tell you is what I've come up with. I pay 10% interest annualized paid monthly with a guaranteed 6-month prepay, and that's how I do it. Is it right? Is it wrong? It doesn't really matter. It's my particular way. Now, there are people that will lend at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9%. There's people that'll lend at 12, 15, 18%. It really all depends on your market and your network and your level of education. But understand, respectfully, we need people that are gonna lend us money, but they also need us as much, if not more, than we need them, because when you're a competent person who's able to bring in good deals and execute and generate a return for people, there's far few people like that, like us, than people that are looking to lend money. So it's a great symbiotic hand-in-hand relationship. Go out there, look at the market, see what people are paying, but understand that any interest rate or amount of points or whatever you're paying for your money is good, providing it gets you into a deal that safely makes you money that you otherwise couldn't get into. And the absolute bonus finale is create an experience. Like I said, I previously did a video on this. There's a link up there, you guys can check it out. But you want to create an experience for your investors. You want them to feel like they are there with you in the shit of it, on the front lines, renovating, buying, smelling the cat pee, seeing the fleas, because together you're taking this house that is an absolute bag of dog shit and turning it into perfection in a 6 to 10 week period that gets sold on the market to a beautiful young family, or sold on the market to anybody they can enjoy for generations to come. So with that, I appreciate you guys following. Obviously, like, subscribe if you haven't joined the text platform. Again, what are you waiting for? It's free, tons of great information in there, and we'll see you on next week's educational vlog.